I'm a God-fearing man, go to church every Sunday, and have since I was a boy. But if I ever found out that God cared one way or another about a borderline illegal fist fight on Saturday night, I would be so greatly disappointed that it would make rethink my entire belief system. I have had so much at heart. Defeated, not conquered, disappointed, not discouraged. I have but to be more energetic and more faithful in the difficult and painful vocation to which my life is devoted. I was pleasantly disappointed on entering Bohemia. Instead of a dull, uninteresting country, as I expected, it is a land full of the most lovely scenery. There is everything which can gratify the eye: high blue mountains, valleys of the sweetest pastoral look and romantic old ruins. There's as much crookedness as you want to find. There was something Abraham Lincoln said: he'd rather trust and be disappointed than distrust and be miserable all the time. Maybe I trusted too much. Friendship is certainly the finest balm for the pangs of disappointed love. You always underestimate, rather than be disappointed. Me and my dad are friends. We're cool. I'll never be disappointed again, because I don't expect anything anymore from him. I just let him exist, and that's how we get along. It is foolish to pretend that one is fully recovered from a disappointed passion. Such wounds always leave a scar. We are born crying, live complaining, and die disappointed. You can't please everyone. There's always going to be someone disappointed, so you might as well make yourself happy and be you. I'm always disappointed when people don't live up to their potential. I know that a number of people look down on themselves and consequently on everybody who looks like them, but that, too, can change. I think Sting would be denying his fans a great moment if Sting did not step into WWE competition at least once. I have always been a huge admirer of what Sting brings to the table and his relationship with his audience, and I would be dramatically disappointed if Sting does not wrestle a WWE match. Our fates are in the hands of an almighty God, to whom I can with pleasure confide my own. He can save us, or destroy us. His counsels are fixed and cannot be disappointed, and all his designs will be accomplished. You have to be practical. So every time I say, if you want to write a novel you have to be practical, people get bored. They are disappointed. They are expecting a more dynamic, creative, artistic thing to say. What I want to say is, you have to be practical. Most crime fiction, no matter how hard-boiled or bloodily forensic, is essentially sentimental, for most crime writers are disappointed romantics. Man alone is born crying, lives complaining, and dies disappointed. For some time, I thought Apollo 13 was a failure. I was disappointed I didn't get to land on the moon. But actually, it turned out to be the best thing that could have happened. You only get disappointed with who you trust the most. Of our 7 children, 5 are at ABC Supply. The 3 older daughters went to college. The boys went into construction, and I wasn't disappointed they didn't go to college. When you come to see a picture of mine, I want you to know that I'm not going to do anything that will make you uncomfortable. I want you to know that you won't be disappointed in me. If you align expectations with reality, you will never be disappointed. Blessed is the man who expects nothing, for he shall never be disappointed was the 9th beatitude. I'm always disappointed when I don't score. For, he that expects nothing shall not be disappointed, but he that expects much, if he lives and uses that in hand day by day, shall be full to running over. The nice girl thinks she's giving up something to get something better in return. She gives up control over her own life. When the time comes for her to get what she expected, she winds up disappointed. In addition to being empty-handed, she's depleted. No matter how frustrated, disappointed and discouraged we may feel in the face of our failures, it's only temporary. And the faster you can stop wallowing in guilt, blame or resentment, the faster you can put it behind you. I am so disappointed in Apple. I don't even use an iPhone anymore. Their marketing sucks. It's embarrassing. It's just garbage. You may be disappointed if you fail, but you are doomed if you don't try. Expect nothing and hope for the best is my mantra. A drama teacher called Joseph Blatchley told me that, and it's the best advice I've had. If you keep an open mind and don't expect too much, then you won't be disappointed. God lets you be successful because he trusts you that you will do the right thing with it. Now, does he get disappointed often? All the time, because people get there and they forget how they got it. The Premier League is one of the most difficult in the world. There's 5, 6, or 7 clubs that can be the champions. Only one can win, and all the others are disappointed and live in the middle of disaster. I'm very disappointed in my country right now, because I think we've kind of lost our moral compass. If you give people the opportunity to do the right thing, you'll rarely be disappointed. You'll never be disappointed if you always keep an eye on uncharted territory, where you'll be challenged and growing and having fun. I'm passionate about politics, but when it comes to political parties, I'm despondent. I'm disappointed at the absence of a sense of humanity and struggle to not become a cynic. After my second-to-last record, The Greatest, I had gone on tour for a while, and I didn't play an instrument for about 5 years. And I got kind of, it's not self-esteem or whatever, or anger toward myself, but disappointed in myself that I hadn't been challenging myself to learn musically. If humanity doesn't land on Mars in my lifetime, I would be very disappointed. My dad encouraged us to fail. Growing up, he would ask us what we failed at that week. If we didn't have something, he would be disappointed. It changed my mindset at an early age that failure is not the outcome, failure is not trying. Don't be afraid to fail. What happened was very sad. Mr. Lacey told the staff that he was disappointed and appalled that the front of the book was all commentary and that he wanted hard news. America is not static. America is striving. And sometimes, America requires critique. Jingoism is an avoidance of realism. You can simultaneously love and be disappointed in the object of your love, wanting it to be better than it is. In fact, that is a measure of love. Honest critique is a pillar of patriotism. Blessed is he who expects nothing, for he shall never be disappointed. If I do something I think is new, it will be misunderstood, but if people like it, I will be disappointed because I haven't pushed them enough. The more people hate it, maybe the newer it is. Because the fundamental human problem is that people are afraid of change. If you expect nothing from anybody, you're never disappointed. My mom was very disappointed when I came out as a Republican in high school. And being a Republican in high school was really fun because all of my teachers were extremely liberal. Expressing anything that was counter to their deeply held beliefs was so easily unsettling that that form of contrarianism was very comfortable. If we get our self-esteem from superficial places, from our popularity, appearance, business success, financial situation, health, any of these, we will be disappointed. Because no one can guarantee that we'll have them tomorrow. The amount of speculation surrounding my romantic life is astounding. It's strange how involved people get, invested and angry, really disappointed. When I was born, my mother was very disappointed. She wanted a son. I knew that from a very early age, so I was a tomboy. I did undergo hypnotherapy, and it didn't work. The guy couldn't put me under. I was very disappointed. I was very keen to be suggested, to have somebody tell me to run naked or cluck like a chicken or whatever, but it didn't work for me, I'm afraid. I love life. I wish I could live another 500 years, truly. There is so much to do. I don't feel bitter or angry or disappointed. If anything, I am very grateful for where I come from. I have absolutely no regrets. All in all, for someone who was immersed in, fascinated by, and dedicated to flight, I was disappointed by the wrinkle in history that had brought me along one generation late. I had missed all the great times and adventures in flight. Visit our website for more quotes, quoting.com.